Welcome back on board with the Cordelians. If you watched our last episode where we had to manually lift the 12mm chain and 50kg anchor, you'll know that we are set to leave the British Virgin Islands. Now with the anchor cleated off so it doesn't fall into the sea with the chain, we set off for St Martin on what we thought would be a 30-hour passage, but turned into the most horrendous 66 hours on the notorious Thorny Path. We also find out if Cactus Marine have kept their word and sent us the new windlass gearbox, so that we'll be safe during hurricane season, which is now. Enjoy the episode. We are the Cordelians, Steve, Annette and Gus. We've sailed the Med, crossed the Atlantic and are now prepping ourselves for a 1400-mile passage across the Caribbean Sea to start a major refit of our 41-year-old home. So we're on our way to St Martin now. Fingers crossed it's not too bad a trip. We're not looking forward to it. So I got that timing wrong. It actually took us an hour and 35 minutes to lift up the chain. Anyway, we're on our way now. As I've said, fingers crossed, it's a little bit of a smoother sail down to, or across to St Martin than what's predicted, or what's forecast. It's just gone midday and we're motoring the first part of the passage past the island of Tortola because we're heading into wind and current, just until we pass through the islands in front of us, which we hope to do by 6 PM this evening. Well, we've been going for a few hours now, about 5 hours, and yeah, I just want to say we're really disappointed that we're leaving the BVIs, but we're absolutely convinced that we will be back. But even if it's not this year, we will be next year. The other thing is, as well, anchor chain and anchor. Ours is massive, very weighty, very heavy, and it is just us. We haven't got the strength to lift it, not manually anyway. And it did take us a long time to lift it with the winch. It shows we're getting older, definitely. But we're still enjoying it.
You just put us 5 degrees that way.
Yep. Getting ourselves ready for the nighttime passage. Should only be one overnight, but it might be 2, unfortunately, because we're sailing to Windward, which is not good. It does mean that we may to go south to then go north. So, but anyway, right at this moment, Steve's just putting the main up. He'll put a reef in it, and we shall turn fairly soon and start kind of heading south a bit, in the hope that it's not too bad once we get through the islands. So I'm very naughty sometimes because I say certain things and then realise afterwards that for those people who just enjoy watching us but aren't sailors, we often say things that probably mean absolutely nothing to you. So, and I know I've just said one of them. So I said Steve was reefing the mainsail. So the mainsail is the big sail in the middle of our boat, and the one that I've just showed you is putting up. And reefing it means that we have 3 reefs in our mainsail, and you can make it shorter by kind of pulling in those reefs. And the lower one is, at the moment, is the one that he's pulling in. So it makes the sail just slightly shorter, and the smaller your sail is, the less you kind of heel over to one side if it happens to be a bit wild out there. We don't think it is going to be too wild. So, and we always sail at night with a reef in, at least one reef in anyway, just in case that we have to let the sail down because we get a bad squall come through or something. So yeah, that's what I mean by reefing the sail, making it smaller to make us safer. So we are the red arrow just here, and we're heading that way out. And yeah, when we get to kind of this point here, we'll go through these two islands here, and that's when we will start to head south down here. Good morning. Well, we managed to get through the night. Wasn't comfortable at all. Things thrown around inside the boat. I mean, we did stow everything, so there's no damage or anything like that. Just the odd thing that's come loose or has fallen down, but no damage. The waves are massive. Can't see it properly on the video. I will try and show you, but they are pretty big. Sure you can see from me moving. Steve's just having a sleep. I got up a couple of hours, no, I got up about an hour and a half ago. He needs it because he's miserable, really miserable. So we're still heading south at the moment. In about 20 miles we've got a bit of a bank that we've either got to sail past, carry on going south, which is a long way to go, and then go north, or we've got to try and turn and go north before we get to the bank, because apparently they're quite visible. If you try and sail over them, well, actually it's a danger zone. But that's not for another few hours yet. We're still only doing between 2.5 and 4 knots because we're going against the wind, against the waves, and we are motor sailing. All right, babe. Yeah. You have a good enough sleep?
Not great.
Not great.
No. Having trouble getting to sleep.
Yeah, well, that's unusual for you.
Yeah.
What, because you're bouncing around a bit down there?
No, because I kept thinking of all the things that I need to check, think about, listen to, and
Why is it with all this ocean around us? I mean, we are in the middle of nowhere, absolutely in the middle of nowhere. It's happened again. Out there is a cargo ship, and it's heading right for us. Again. Not behind us, not in front of us, right for us. Still kind of 28 minutes away, but Whee. Been a pretty wild ride. I didn't stow the stuff in the forward prepping very well.
I didn't try stowing it at all.
Well, I did. I obviously didn't do it very well. And,
It's like a game show.
all I can see is foam out the window. Right. I'm not putting it in anything, am I?
Yeah, dog bowl.
Well.
Thank you. Apple for teacher. That's a good workout for you.
My stomach is killing me. Just asked Steve to put in a bit of sail and point us into the wind a little bit more, because we were doing 7.7 knots and heeled over, so as the tow rail was in the water. We've got water now in the gunnels. It is the gunnels, isn't it? In the gunnels. That's about this deep. So anyway, it's a little bit more comfortable now. We're doing between kind of 4.7 and 5.5. We had some good news today, and we're in the dinghy on our way to go and pick up our motor gearbox for the windlass.
We've got to give credit to Cactus Marine in Plymouth for giving us excellent service.
Yeah, we ordered it less than a week ago and it's here. Yes, we paid a little bit for it to be, well, a little bit more than a little bit for it to be delivered, but yeah, it's been under a week, and a £50, so 25 kilo unit, 20 kilo unit, whatever is the conversion, is here already. Well, we're at Business Point, which is where the DHL parcel was coming to. Steve's just gone in to pick it up. Wow, really was here. That was quick.
It doesn't feel as heavy. Either I got stronger or it doesn't feel as heavy.
Excellent. Yeah, well done, Cactus.
Moment of truth. Made in Italy? Like Gus? Oh, that looks alright. See, that's the seal around there.
Yeah.
That died. It's funny, in the box it felt light. Now it's out of the box.
Well, it's an awkward thing to handle, isn't it?
Well, that's it. V5, 12 volt, 2000 watt. Good for another 15 years. Excellent.
So it's Friday evening, it's 4:45. Hopefully by 10 o'clock tonight you'll have it fitted.
No problem at all. If I was going to put it back exactly how it come out, now I'm going to modify it.
Join us in a couple of weeks when we explain and show you the modifications that Steve's made to the windlass to avoid the corroded gears, and hopefully help some of you if you have the same model. Annette receives some bad news and has to head back to the UK. We also bite the bullet on another expensive purchase, and we also make a final decision on when we're heading for hurricane season. We'd like to say a massive thank you to our Patreon and Coffee supporters and all the viewers who watch us. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave us a like, and if you're not a subscriber, click that button too. And don't forget to leave us a comment. You know we always answer. Have a fantastic week. Ciao for now.